Hey, my friends, just stopping by to wish you OHATF, over the hump, and thanks. It's Friday tomorrow. Hallelujah. So now you have some more of those initial things that you have a whole bunch of these days, like OMG and TGIF and IDK, and I could go on and on and on and on because I have grandchildren and they teach me about these things. So I wanted to talk today about how spacious, that's the word, spacious God's grace and mercy are. Um, his mercy is new every morning, and His grace is from everlasting to everlasting. He says that His grace is sufficient for all my needs. And I can tell you, as an imperfect person trying to walk the walk, grace and mercy are things that I rely on to keep me in good standing and good favor with the Lord. Now, I do my best to do my best, but even the best have a tendency to fall on their faces sometimes. And because I have been both physically and spiritually clumsy in my life, I've done a lot of picking up. And so I've needed that mercy and I've needed that grace quite a lot. And I have never gone to Him and had Him look at me and say, "No, I'm sorry, you've had enough. You had enough mercy. No, you had some grace yesterday. You're just going to tough it out. You're just going to do it on your own. I have come to realize that do it on your own is not something that is really relevant to Christian life, because if we could do it on our own, we wouldn't need Jesus. And Lord knows we need Jesus, not just for our salvation, but for our walk. Not just to go to heaven someday, but for this afternoon, tomorrow morning. I mean, if we have ever needed mercy and grace, if we've ever needed God's love, it's now. I mean, this pandemic thing has been unbelievable. It's been something that I have never experienced in my entire life. I'm 74 years old, and we've had lots of sicknesses, we've had weird flus, we've had a whole lots of things. But this pandemic and the fallout from it, and all of the weird things that we've had to do, like social distancing and mask wearing and kids not being able to go to school, and these things have been really hard for a lot of people to deal with. um, and mercy and grace is probably needed now more than it ever has been. And I guess I'm just kind of really, really concerned for people that can't seem to find any mercy or any grace anywhere. I was hearing on the news today that the suicide rate amongst teenagers and school kids is way up because this social isolation, this lack of social interaction with their friends and going to school and stuff like that, is really taking a psychological toll on them. And that worries me. I pray that there's some way that either by preaching the message or living the life, we as Christians can show these young people that there is another way. There is mercy and there is grace. There is another kingdom besides this one, and there is a place for them. No matter who they are, where they've been, what they've done, all of that doesn't matter, because God's grace and mercy is a spacious grace. A spacious grace. I really love the Lord today, and I hope God can see the space. I hope God can see us living a life that exemplifies His spacious grace. Unfortunately, there are a lot of Christians that are so narrow-minded they could look through a keyhole with both eyes, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's so hard for people to find a faith in Jesus that gives them hope. So today I'm just committing you to a great OHATF, and thankful that God's grace is so special and so spacious and so wonderful. And I ask you to broaden your horizons and broaden your mindset, and be the kind of person that spreads the love and joy in this world that needs it so badly. God bless.